He's started tons of games, and to not even give him a look in those situations is insane.
It's insane. I
It
wonder
took
does
a
it have?
coaching change.
I was about to say. I wonder does it have something to do with the coaching change?
Absolutely.
Maybe Dayball just was not a Jameis guy at all. But it's so
Either
hard
that or
not
he
to be a
was.
Jameis. He's the
I
best
know.
guy in your locker room.
Yes.
He's, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't say this lightly. Like, he is a national treasure.
He is.
His energy, his persona, his sense of humor. It's like we're all in a better place because we've encountered him.
But I didn't know this at first. And when I mean at first, I mean like college all the way up until the first couple of years of NFL. I didn't know there's depth to Jameis. Like, it's not just, ridiculous or foolishness or just like light comedy and like random quotes and stuff. Like, there's depth. There's a little depth to Jameis.
There's more. Like, what goes completely overlooked is that, he was a high-level student in high school. Mm-hmm. He seriously considered Stanford instead of Florida State.
Wow, didn't know that.
That you don't consider Stanford unless you're a legitimate smart person.
No, you have to be able to get in.
Yeah.
Let's stop belaboring. Let's get to the most exciting news of the day.
Yes.
I want fans to know that I'm going to do my best. Obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old. Now I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference if y'all don't know. And a 10-year reunion.
Yep. Because I want you to hear it here.
Yeah. Oh, I saw it.
You saw it? Oh, so you don't need to, because he's referencing Hamilton and those guys. So yeah, man. So Jameis is back now. Pink and I, Pink is a Florida State alumni.
Yeah.
So he's seen every Florida State quarterback has ever come through. I am a known Florida State hater. Okay, being that I'm a Florida Gators fan, but from the day that Jameis Winston stepped on campus at Florida State, I just couldn't help but to root for Jameis, and I'm just a Jameis guy. Now, the Giants this year has just done everything they could to not put Jameis on the field. And I mean, Russell Wilson has been awful. And not only has he been awful, but he was awful in the beginning. They benched him for the rookie. The rookie got hurt.
And there's been
like
two separate instances where Jackson Dart has gotten hurt, even just for a few plays in a game. And every time they've gone to Russ instead of Jameis, the guy you decided to bench for poor play. And it's not like Jameis is, incompetent or whatever, that he's some developmental guy, that undrafted free agent.
Right.
Like, he's the Heisman owner. He's the top pick in the draft. He's started tons of games. And to not even give him a look in those situations is insane.
It's insane.
It took a coaching change.
I was about to say, I wonder does it have something to do with the coaching change?
Absolutely.
Maybe Dayball just was not a Jameis guy at all. But it's so hard not to be a Jameis. He's the best guy in your locker room.
Yes.
He's, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't say this lightly. Like, he is a national treasure.
He is.
His energy, his persona, his sense of humor. It's like we're all in a better place because we've encountered him.
But I didn't know this at first. And when I mean at first, I mean like college all the way up until the first couple of years of NFL. I didn't know there's depth to Jameis. Like, it's not just, ridiculous or foolishness or just like light comedy and like random quotes and stuff. Like, there's depth. There's a little depth to Jameis.
There's more. Like, what goes completely overlooked is that, he was a high-level student in high school. Mm-hmm. He seriously considered Stanford instead of Florida State.
Wow, didn't know that.
That you don't consider Stanford unless you're a legitimate smart person.
No, you have to be able to get in.
Yeah. Even as a football player, I mean, the standards aren't quite the same as pure academic, but they're also not just opening the door to anybody. Mm-hmm. They have a very real standard, and that's the thing. It's like he has that, Alabama country boy thing that he's got going on, but he's a bright guy. He cares about what he's doing. He cares about the people that he encounters. I mean, and that's why. I mean, it's worked out that he's not the greatest football player, but he's a great human being.
Yeah.
And that's something special. Almost everybody that's played with him has a great story.
Man.
Has love for him, has respect for him.
We haven't heard like any like extreme negative thing about him or whatever. Now what's unfortunate is like he's going against a top 5 defense.
That was literally
in the Green Bay Packers.
I was like, yes. Green Bay.
It's so tough.
That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. And then he's without like the whole entire cupboard is bare.
Yeah.
The receiving core is just decimated. Your running back field is decimated. But hey, he's there. He's going to do his thing. I'm mad. I won't be able to watch the game.
Yeah.
I mean, send me a quick text, man. Jameis thumbs up or Jameis thumbs down.
I'll do it.
Because I wanted to watch this game so bad, man. I didn't know, but I am happy that they did this though, because you couldn't go back to Russ after. Yeah. This past game.
And the coaching shit. I mean, you can't.
No. It's a part of it, because I don't know if the coach does not get we may be seeing another week of Russ. Yeah. Now, on Russ, what happens after this? Like what happens with Russ? Does another team?
I'm a harsh judge on these things. I really am, but I don't think he deserves another chance in the NFL.
Not even as a backup, right?
No, I don't think he's a good backup. He's a peculiar guy. Charitably, a peculiar guy.
Yeah.
Like some people would say he's probably worse than that. But I'll just say he is a different cat.
He's a guy you have heard some rough stories about.
A lot of rough stories.
You know what I mean?
A lot of weird rough stories. Like teammates not having his number and things like that. Like long-term teammates not having his number. Yeah. That's wild stuff. Yeah. Like that's not the norm for a locker room.
No, man.
And he does some nice stuff. He does have some attributes as a man, as a human being that are good. But there's just a way he goes about things that just doesn't really resonate with people. And for that reason, he's performance-wise, he's shown you he's no longer a starting level guy. And personality-wise, I don't think he's a viable backup. He has, in his own way, like a big personality. He has an ego to him. And not to say that that's a bad thing, but when you're the backup, that's not the first attribute that needs to be next to your name.
No.
And so I don't know there's a team in the league that he is the answer for as a starter or a backup.
Yeah, and he's not a locker room guy. Yeah. He's not a guy that's going to help groom your young quarterback that you have in there. Yeah. I just don't see him getting another opportunity. And then when you look at him from a legacy standpoint, I mean, I guess overall, yes, he has had a solid and a good career, but it has such a higher trajectory on it. And he's just had some major flops without like major injury. Like he's had a weird fucking career, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they were talking about and deservingly so. We were talking about like top quarterback in the game, one of the top quarterbacks of all time type of trajectories post Seattle. And now you look at it, when you look at it all.
Well, in prime Seattle.
Yeah, prime Seattle, I mean. When you look at it all, it's like, is it all because of the defense?
Well, that's part of the thing is that he's a very tough player to evaluate because like individually with his skills, with his mobility, like you can put together a pretty impressive highlight reel of film.
Oh yeah.
Of you, what a play, great throw, great run, way to keep that alive. All that stuff is there in selective parts. And here's another thing. If they hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch against the Patriots, how different is all of this?
Yeah.
That interception, and again, it was an incredible read. I don't really fault. It wasn't like a dumb throw.
Right.
He's made way worse throws in his career. Every quarterback has. That wasn't a terrible throw. You can fault the receiver a little bit. You could applaud the anticipation and read of the play. Maybe a little bit with the throw, but like it is what it is. It's not the worst throw he's ever had, not even close. But that broke the franchise. That broke them.
Yeah.
They never recovered from that.
Yeah.
And if it went complete or they handed it to Marshawn, they're like back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
And they're finding ways to keep that core
You better
together
believe it.
and keep it rolling and as long as they can. And all of this, his whole career looks different.
Yeah.
But it didn't go that way. And
one play.
They lost their defense and kind of struggled offensively, and then the Denver thing didn't work out
At all.
Yeah. And then the Giants thing, it just hasn't worked. And it's just, at some point, it's like,
Pittsburgh thing didn't work.
Pittsburgh thing didn't work out. Yeah, I forgot about that. But just be okay retiring.
Yeah.
Like just be okay. Like you're just not a fit in the league. There's other things that you can kind of do.
And I mean right away too.
Yeah.
Don't linger and try to find other jobs and compete and go to an off season and like I'm going to compete for this and that and
right. And
two different teams.
That's the thing.
Go ahead and pull the plug right away after this season.
At this point, you're a vagabond that doesn't fit anywhere in the league, and you can you can hang on, you can take pay
because he can
cuts,
go to the Raiders and try to do something.
Right.
No, man.
Just let it go, man.
Because that is the last stop.
And you could be at the Children's Hospital full time. 10-hour days at the Children's Hospital. They need you more than the league does.
They definitely need you more than the league does. Oh, that's sick.